Wednesday. So we didn't get killed while we were asleep. Thankfully. But we had no clue how long the area was going to stay safe. So we had to get a move on. Me and Rowley had a disagreement on who should be the leader and who should get the security guard's gun. Now obviously both of these should be me, because unlike Rowley, I actually have a good head on my shoulders. It took some convincing him though. But that's not fair. Then you'll have 2 weapons and I'll have none. Then I guess that makes me the leader. We ended up coming to a compromise. But that's barely a compromise, bro. So after sorting all of that out, we started heading back through the facility as best as we could. But not only was the place built like a maze, but a lot of doorways and hallways were so full of debris that we had to take multiple detours. By the time we realized we were completely off track, it was too late. Somehow, we ended up in some kind of office complex. Ooh, Greg, I'm gonna get a soda real quick. I need me some Coca-Cola to cool me down. We decided to take a little break, and that's when we heard something moving behind a garbage can. Rowley screamed like a little girl and hid behind me, of course, and I pulled out my gun and got ready to shoot whatever messed up abomination was hiding behind there. Greg, protect me! Wait, don't shoot, I'm human. It took us all a minute to calm down from that. Ooh, gave me a heart attack, man. Once we all had a breather, the scientist started explaining who he was and how much damage he thought the resonance cascade, or in less sciencey terms, this whole cluster frick, did. He introduced himself as Dr. Kumar, and he told us that the damage from the resonance cascade could have been causing chaos for dozens, maybe even hundreds of miles away from the test chamber, which really did not help me or Rowley calm down. We all agreed that the best thing to do would be to keep going ahead and search for a working radio or TV or something that could give us an idea of what was going on outside of Black Mesa. Blah, 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 blah. Dr. Kumar knew the office complex pretty well, so we just followed him as he led us through twisty hallways and wrecked conference rooms. This went on for like 10 minutes before we saw something that stopped us all dead in our tracks. Yeah, these men are cooked. It was the creature from my dream. Well, actually, probably not a dream, considering the fact that it was real and was right in front of us. Dr. Kumar said that thing was called a vortigaunt and that it was extremely dangerous. Now, maybe what I did next wasn't the most intelligent thing I could have done, but you gotta understand where I was coming from. When I saw those things back during the experiment, they didn't try to hurt me at all. So you can probably understand why I called Dr. Kumar an idiot. I walked over to try and communicate with the thing. Hey, I'm Greg. You probably can remember me from the test chamber. I don't know if you can understand me, but now these guys got weapons too. Yeah, they're cooked. And so wait, what are you doing? Is it dead? So that didn't go as planned. Alright. Maybe the original idea was a really dumb one. But man, did I probably look sick as heck. No, he did not. I'd never even shot a gun before, and I managed to pull it off like a pro. I didn't even see where the shots were going because my eyes were closed, but I wanted to bet they all hit. Only one did, but oh well. After we all took a moment to calm down, Dr. Kumar explained that there were probably a lot more of those things and that I needed to be more careful and stuff. Well, if more do show up, I'll be ready. We did some more walking before we eventually came across a locked door, and Dr. Kumar explained that someone would have to crawl through the vents and unlock the door from the other side. And obviously, since I was the only one in the group who wasn't a decrepit old man or a scaredy cat, I had to go. No. Oh, fine, I'll go. Goodness, it was such a tight fit in that vent with my stupid HEV suit, and it was damp and smelled like rotting meat. The one silver lining is that the HEV suit has a built-in flashlight, I guess, because as soon as I started crawling around in there, it turned on. Just as usual though, my luck would end pretty much as soon as it started, because once I rounded a corner, I saw one of those creepy headhumper things sitting down 4 feet away from my face. Yeah, Jit cooked, bro. Get me out! Get me out! Get me out! Yes, so I might have panicked a little bit, but I guess my panicking helped in the end because I was backing up as far away from that thing as I could. I must have crawled over a loose grate or something because the ground fell out from underneath me, and before I knew what was happening, I had ended up landing on my butt in some kind of freezer room. Ooh, I can't tell if that's meat or like a sack or something. I knew I would have to find a way out of here, so I pushed through the hanging chunks of meat, looking for a door or something. When I came into a big room, which thankfully didn't have any more weird smelling meat in it, there was a door at the end of the room, so I had my exit out of the freezer. Too bad some squid frog abomination was guarding it. Oh my days, it just gets worse and worse. Just like everything else in this stupid facility, it only took a second or two before it was trying to kill me. Before I could shoot a single bullet, it spat a big load of acid right at my face. If you've never had acid spit in your face before, well, take it from me. It does not feel pleasant. This Greg is going through it, bro. Die, you piece of crap. After that fiasco, I left the freeze room, and lucky me, I was right behind the locked door so I could let my oh so helpful friends get through. Greg, your face. Man, you really got cooked, didn't you? My eyes were still burning pretty bad from the acid, but we needed to get moving, so we pushed forward through the now open door. It led into some kind of lounge area, and we were gonna walk right through when Rowley spotted something on the table. Wait, guys, look at this. It was exactly what we were looking for, a radio. We turned the thing on as fast as we could and listened to what was being broadcasted.
Immediate evacuation order has been issued to all residents within 100 miles of the facility. Military personnel have been notified and will arrive at the facility shortly. In the meantime, any personnel still inside the facility are urged to move towards the surface to the best of their...
We'd heard all we needed to hear, and we all breathed a huge sigh of relief. The military is coming and they're gonna rescue us. We all needed a rest, so we barricaded the doorways and got comfortable on the couches. Well, except for Rowley. Well, you know, hopefully by the time we wake up, we won't even need to go to the surface, because the soldiers would have made it down here. Man, I just can't wait to go home. Employee of the month, Madhuri Oberuri. Madhuri showed great personality and complete nice as a security guard when she rushed into competence as a security guard when she rushed into action after a microwave malfunction caused a burrito to explode in a co-worker's face, providing first aid. And is anybody actually reading this? Is anybody even reading this, LB? Damn it, I spent hours on this piece of crap and nobody likes it. Shucks. Well, I like it, man. Don't worry, I'm reading all of this. Thursday. Well, Dr. Kuma shook me awake today. Not the military, so that was pretty disappointing. Still though, I'm glad we all lived through the night. We at least got to eat too, because the first thing we did after waking up was ravage the vending machine in the lounge. It was every man for himself.
I called dibs on the Twix. No, I wanted it, Greg.
Oi, I'm getting the Kit Kat.
We realized we really were gonna have to finish the journey to the surface ourselves, and Dr. Kuma took the lead. We walked for a bit and found a dead guard lying next to a shotgun. Now, video games have taught me anything, is that those things pack an absolute punch. You bet me and Rowley argued over who's gonna use it.
Give it, Rowley. Give it, Greg.
Hey, my friend. Hey, relax. You almost shot me.
Dr. Kuma got pretty angry about the whole thing. Eventually, I just agreed to let Rowley have my crappy pistol. Not like he's going to be using that thing anyways. A minute or so after we grabbed the shotgun, I heard a female voice over the intercom.
Hey, my name is Holly Hills. I'm in the Xenotech facility. Please, if there's anybody still alive, anybody with weapons, please come here. They're killing everyone. Oh my goodness. Please, all the phone lines are busted. Why are they doing this? I thought they were here too.
Her voice cut out before she could finish, but there was no mistaking it. It was Holly. She was alive. From the way things sounded, though, she was in some pretty hot water. A few seconds later, the intercom came back on.
Please disregard last message. All personnel report topside.
Something about it didn't sit right with me. Why would they tell us to ignore Holly, and more importantly, why weren't they rescuing her? I told Dr. Kuma and Rowley about my suspicions, but they weren't much help. Rowley just told me to calm down and that the military would never try to trick us. And I don't think Dr. Kuma cared much about Holly or the situation she was in. We ended up in a big warehouse looking place, and Dr. Kuma told us there was an elevator there that would bring us closer to service. He said that the military would have surely reached that point by now, and that they would probably be waiting for us at the elevator. And once we reached it, we saw he was right. Right at the elevator's door was a soldier, a real soldier. We were going home.
Hey, Greg, look, it's the military.
No way, we're saved. Dr. Kuma must have been really happy that he was going to make it out alive, because as soon as we saw the soldier standing there, he ran down to greet the guy.
Thank goodness you're here to take us to the surface. Oh? Sir, what are you doing?
Bro, Greg and Rowley just beamed out of there.
But why? Why?
That soldier straight up executed Dr. Kuma. Had many questions, but the biggest one was,
What the flip? Oh goodness, what are we gonna do?
what were we gonna do? Pretty good question, but thought up a plan pretty quick.
Yep, just got another one. The crap brains say, Sarge, why the hell are we killing these guys again?
Superhero landing. Yeah.
After pulling off that slick move, I grabbed the soldier's submachine gun and handed my shotgun over to Rowley. I guess he's gonna be using it after all. Anyways, so much for the military. I guess it dawned on us right about then that it was going to take a lot more work to get out of this place than we thought. First of all, we'd have to find someone who knows about a hidden exit, and then we would have to get out alive. And after that, we would need some way to get home. It wouldn't be easy, and who knows how many more creatures there would be. Plus, the soldiers, who I guess are not here to rescue us. First things first though, we would need to reach the surface. Ready, Rowley?
Yeah, you ready, Greg?
Let's do this.
Thing is, though, reaching the surface would not be easy, considering the place was swarming with soldiers.
What do we do? We're gonna have to sneak around like ninjas.
Rowley was right. We're gonna have to be really stealthy, and having to deal with both the clunky HEV suit and Rowley would make this an absolute nightmare. Still, though, it was our only option. I mean, what else were we gonna do? Wipe out what looked like an entire platoon?
Ooh.
They must not have been very good soldiers, because sneaking around them was actually not as hard as I thought it was gonna be. Most of them were busy talking about whatever it is soldiers talk about, and they seemed pretty into their conversation.
I've killed 12 dumb-ass scientists, and not one of them fought back. This sucks, bro.
For real, man. Yeah, I want some real action.
Thing is, though, they'd also brought down trip mines and turrets, like as though they'd actually need them with so many guys down here.
Whoa.
Searching for hostiles. Searching for hostiles. Searching for hostiles.
After sneaking past soldiers, mines, and turrets for what felt like an hour, we finally reached an elevator, and from the floor numbers looked like it would take us to the surface. Once we were there, we would just have to sneak past whatever soldiers were up there, and we'd be free.
Whew.
Now going to floor 0.
Huh? Who's there?
Oh, boys, let's get him.
Apparently, the elevator had an announcement system, and it was really loud.
Hey, get back here.
Come on.
Well, so much for stealth. I was just praying that this elevator would keep its mouth shut once we got to the top, or we were screwed.
You have arrived at floor 0.
Huh?
Hey.
Rowley, charge!
Get him.
Men, we've got hostiles. Okay, so now we were right in the middle of a gunfight with the actual military. And not only that, we were also completely outnumbered. Shoot, shoot, shoot. But we were still alive, and that's what mattered. We both knew we couldn't take all of them, though, so we have to find some way to get out of there immediately.
Come on, Fit. Come on.
Rowley, quick! That's when I saw it. There was a bunker like 15 feet away from where we were, and it looked like it led back down. I didn't want to go back into Black Mesa, but it was our only option. I dragged Rowley behind me and dived into the bunker, slamming the door behind us. We immediately started climbing down the ladder, and I could hear the soldiers banging on the door just above us. Thing is, though, once we got down there, we realized it was a dead end. At least until Rowley pointed out a vent near the floor, and we crawled in, replacing the cover as we went. It's a damn good thing he spoiled it, because not a minute later, we heard the idiot soldiers searching around the room, not knowing we had crawled through the vents. Eventually, the vents exited into some kind of storage room. Oh my goodness. That was awesome. We fought the military and lived. Greg, did you see that? How I got that one guy? Greg, I feel sick, Greg. We killed a lot of people. Yeah, they were trying to kill. I don't want to kill any more people, Greg. This is horrible.
Hey, stick 'em up, army boys.
Oh.
Sorry, you fellas need a minute?
After Rowley calmed down, the guard introduced himself as Jack McKay and started telling us everything he knew. The big takeaways are this. Number one, the government isn't going to help us. They sent the military here to get rid of any evidence of what happened, which includes the aliens and everybody who witnessed what happened at Black Mesa. But we already kind of guessed that. Number two, our best chance of escape is making it to some place called the Lambda Labs. That's apparently where all the smartest people at Black Mesa are. And if anybody can both fix this mess and get us out safely, it would be them. We all figured that we should rest for a while because the Lambda Labs are supposedly at the other side of the facility and none of us had energy to keep going.